Happy Saturday, everyone. It has been a disgusting start to the day. Good morning, Joy. Hopefully, you're having a great Saturday so far. It has been a gloomy day, a rainy day. Good morning, Justin. Just kind of nap weather, like you want to go immediately back to sleep, kind of start to the day. In fact, you can see that from our 6 box camera. Good morning, Joey, from Dallas, Kannapolis, Boone, Lylesville, Concord, Monroe this morning. It really has been just a, for lack of a better term, crappy start to the day. But things can only go up from here. In fact, a lot of the rain that we saw earlier this morning is starting to move out already. If we can take the satellite and radar camera wider view so we can kind of see that a little bit better, Erica. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa's saying, I'm still in bed. Is this expected to clear? Melissa, yes, we're already seeing the rain starting to move out. Now, the clouds are still sticking around for now, but those will be clearing out even more so by the afternoon time frame. So you can kind of see the satellite and radar view out there right now. Again, the heavier rain is heading over to the eastern half of the not the New England states, North Carolina, and even up into portions there of Virginia. My grandparents in Richmond are about to get kind of the more moderate rainfall there moving through the area. So let's zoom in to our camera there as we kind of take a closer look at where the rain is locally. So this kind of fizzles away all of the mess. So all of the extra cloud cover, all of the extra light rain. And you can kind of see there, we have a few sprinkles, some areas of light rain, patchy drizzle for Union County, up toward northern Anson County, into parts there of Stanley County, Rowan County, and even a few sprinkles there in the eastern half of our area, which is all the way toward Rockingham there in Richmond County. So we are still tracking a few areas of rain, but it is quickly starting to move out. I would be surprised if by 11:30, 12 o'clock, we are not completely dry across the region. And of course, it's a really, really big day here in the Charlotte area and really across the rest of the country. Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Douglas. Good morning, David, because it is the annual solar eclipse for portions of the western half of the country. And for us here in Charlotte, we're actually going to see that partial solar eclipse. So the forecast for the eclipse specifically, and then of course we'll talk about the rest of the day. So the eclipse is going to start in the Charlotte area around 11:50 this morning. Notice I still think we'll have a decent amount of clouds off and on, but we will see some breaks. I really like this particular Futurecast model because you can see the green underneath showing the ground. So you can kind of see a better depiction there of when the clouds are beginning to clear. So still mostly cloudy by 11:50, but as we get closer to the maximum peak, which is around 1:15, things will start to clear out even more so. Again, still some clouds, but we're more partly sunny, so we're more kind of half and half, which means that if you're trying to get out and see the eclipse for any reason, you'll certainly be able to drive somewhere if you absolutely want to get there for the peak that is seeing sunshine. And remember, here in Charlotte, we actually are seeing about 40 to 50% of the sun covered by the moon. So we are going to see a partial eclipse. It just won't be that total, of course, or that annular like other portions of the country. So again, that's happening around 1:15. And then I think we're actually even clearer by the second half of kind of the eclipse ending. So 1:15 to about 2:45, that 90-minute period will be your best chance to kind of catch a glimpse. Now, I know this might sound silly and like you're going to be like, duh, Brit, why do you think we're stupid? I absolutely do not think you're stupid. But we've, of course, had a lot of questions about watching the eclipse, doing it safely. You will still need those solar eclipse glasses if you have them left over from 2017. You never want to look directly at the sun because even during an eclipse, the sun's ray, it's not totally covered. So I spoke with a NASA expert yesterday saying that you do still need to have those glasses. So if you can't do it safely with glasses, maybe looking through a pinhole camera. There's other ways to do that safely. And of course, we have more on our website wcnc.com or WCNC Charlotte YouTube page. So again, that's the eclipse forecast. We will see clearing. You can clearly see that by the second half of the day. And it's not the only thing that we have going on locally today. Of course, it's first of all Saturday. Many people are wanting to get outside watching college football. And if you're seeing a local game today, you're probably heading to Jerry Richardson Stadium to watch the Charlotte 49ers take on Navy. Kickoff for this game is at 2 o'clock. If you are tailgating over the next hour or so, you'll probably see a decent amount of cloud cover, maybe, again, even some of that patchy drizzle. But by 1, 2, we are looking at a mostly cloudy sky, temperatures eventually reaching the lower 70s, and then we're actually going to peak in the mid 70s this afternoon. It won't be a hot day by any stretch of the imagination, but it'll actually be one of the warmer days we're going to see over the next week or so. So if you like the warmth, enjoy today if you can. Winds are going to be out of the west and southwest, which means it'll be a little bit warmer and more humid, I guess, comparatively. Not like summertime humidity, but just compared to where we have been as of late. But it will still be a nicer afternoon after we started off pretty gross. Again, not going to be completely sunny, but the sunshine will mix in at times, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. And then tomorrow, once this frontal boundary moves through, it is going to turn a lot cooler. So in the mountains tomorrow, our high temperatures are only going to peak in the upper 40s and lower 50s. So a very stark contrast to what we're seeing today. Even though it was a gross start, at least the afternoon is nice. Tomorrow is going to be chilly for the majority of the day. Highs will only reach the lower to middle 60s for the rest of the area. So the foothills, the northern Piedmont, even down toward the Sandhills will likely only reach the mid 60s. Now, we'll be begging for the mid 60s when it's December, but as of now, it is still pretty chilly, especially for this time of year. Our normal highs run 74. So this is about 10 degrees lower than average. So if you've been looking for one of those kind of chillier days to get outside, certainly tomorrow will be a day to do so, as we're not going to track any rain. It's a bit of a complicated forecast this weekend because we have a low pressure system situated over on the coast of the Carolinas. We have a cold front coming in from the north and west. So what I can tell you now is that again, we do see clearing skies this afternoon. It won't be completely sunny, but we'll have sunshine mixed in, temperatures reaching the mid 70s. Then overnight, we're actually still staying clear, but temperatures will be in the lower 50s. So a little bit cooler, but not cold by any stretch of the imagination. Then, as we're tracking a secondary storm system, secondary cold front rolling through the area, second half of Sunday, we get a lot cloudier. So that's when we turn mostly cloudy and chilly in the afternoon, as highs will only reach the mid 60s. So, not a bad day to get outside because I'm not expecting rain, but it will be a lot cloudier. And with that cold air, and a little bit of moisture returning because of the increase in cloud cover, we could see just a little smidge of moisture Sunday night and into Monday morning. This could be enough for the first flurries of the season across portions of the mountains. If it happens, it'll be short lived. Will it stick? Probably not, but it's certainly a possibility, especially those highest elevations, because we'll have that little smidge of moisture at the same time that temperatures are going to be getting very close to, if not dropping to the freezing mark Monday morning. That's not going to be the case for the entirety of Charlotte area. We'll be in the 40s for the Piedmont, but it's certainly going to be a possibility. And then more clouds will return by the second half of Monday. A little bit of a discrepancy on whether or not we're going to be wet enough to see a small chance of rain on Monday, but for now I'm keeping it at less than 20% here in the Charlotte area. So today, of course, the partial solar eclipse. I lowered the rain chances kind of slowly throughout the morning just because of the fact that we were clearing out that rain. I think for now, over the next few hour or so, we have a 20 to 30%, and then it goes down substantially. Again, tomorrow we're cooler, mostly cloudy in the afternoon. Highs only reaching the lower to middle 60s. Same song and dance on Monday. We will be breezy at times too as the storm system moves through. So it will be a chillier day overall for tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we kind of start that climb back up. We'll see more sunshine mixing in, and then a better chance for those temperatures to eventually reach the lower 70s. And then by the end of the 7-day forecast and toward next week, still a lot can change here, but we're looking at a potential return of rain, potential nor'easter setup. So definitely stay tuned for any changes on that front. Of course, we'll keep you updated throughout the weekend. Tonight, we are going to have a digital show for the 6 o'clock newscast. So that'll be streaming on WCNC Plus over on WCNC.com and the WCNC Charlotte mobile app because NBC News will be preempting our newscast at 6, but they'll be back on WCNC Charlotte for the news at 11. And of course, Kaylin Hagwood and I will be back tomorrow starting at 6 a.m. right here on WCNC Charlotte. But before I leave you, I can't let you forget this. There's always good news, even if you're not a fan of the cooler air that's coming next week. We need a little bit of those cooler days plus the sunshine to allow for those trees to start to turn a little bit better. And we actually are going to see areas right now that are about 4,000 feet and above. So Howard's Knob, Ginger Cake Mountain, Beach, Sugar, Grandfather. By next weekend, if not the following, so next 1 to 2 weeks, we could be reaching close to peak color. You need the sunny days, but you need the cooler days too to let that happen. So it really is starting to feel like fall at times. We aren't going to see any 80-degree temperatures over the next week, week and a half. So if you've been looking forward to those days where you can wear maybe a hoodie in the morning and maybe a long sleeve shirt in the afternoon, without feeling like you are going to be sweltering hot. We definitely have plenty of that over the next week. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I hope everybody's team, whatever you're watching today, does well. Hope everybody has this happy, safe rest of the day. And if you have been bummed out by the fact that it started off cloudy, don't worry, the sunshine will mix in. If you're watching the eclipse, be sure to stay safe and don't forget to use that protective eye coloring or covering. Have a great day.